just like you mentioned that you want that there is a standardization of services at the government level and at the non-profits level. But do you think that once you have imparted that knowledge to them, those standards will be maintained? Because at times this happens that although they get the capacity building services and everything, but end of the day, because there is no standardization, there are no policies and frameworks around that, the quality of work goes down eventually in the government sector.
Yeah. I mean, why do non-profits come in being in the first place is because we're sort of filling in the gaps for the state, right? And so then it sort of becomes, we feel it's also our responsibility to. So we also work with government practitioners where we want to train them on what we've learned over the years. Because, why do non-profits arise in the first place? Because we're really filling in the gaps for the state, right? So it's really important for us to elevate the state sort of services also, so that they come at par. I mean, ideally, the situation is that we don't need to offer these services in the private sector. They should all be offered in the state sector. But till that point, I think it's really important for us to continue to work with the government sector. We're not at sort of at some kind of battle with the government sectors, which often they feel there's a public-private kind of clash, right? We want to work exactly like a public-private partnership, right? And we want to take like public sort of institutions along with us, and so that we all offer the same standard of service. It can't be that a woman who's going to a private sector gets a different kind of service, and a woman who's going to like a public thing will get a different kind of service. It's not fair to her. She doesn't know, and so she needs to. And because we work with the human rights-based approach, it's important for everybody to respect our fundamental rights. So that's an area also that we feel that we need to work, very consistently, because we want to sort of, like I said, like elevate state service. I mean, so basically, because the entire way the government public sector works needs that entire system needs an overhaul, right? But the thing is, it also needs a lot of consistent efforts. So you have to keep working at it. Nothing's going to happen overnight. A lot of things have changed over. The women's rights movement in Pakistan started off in the 80s, and so till that, starting from then till today, a lot has changed, right? But the change has been slow and gradual, but it has happened.
But it has happened.
So that gives us hope that what we do today will have an impact, say, 30 years from now. So that's why we realize that we have to continue working. We do get demotivated at times because we're training, if we're conducting trainings like all year round, and then when we see like women coming to us with the same kind of complaints from the public sector, it does sometimes, like demotivate us. But again, that we have to keep at it. I mean, mistakes are made at every level, right? But the things we also see, there are lots of good people working in the public sector also. So and we need to sort of give their examples and use that to, motivate other people to sort of improve their performance in the government sector.